The morning mist rises slowly from the Thames, revealing a city enclosed in ancient stone. These are the walls the Romans built, and for 5 centuries now, since the Norman conquest of 1066, they have defined the boundaries of England's largest city. Within them, narrow streets wind through timber and wattle, whitewashed lime catching the early light. This is medieval London, a place of fire and faith, commerce and pestilence, power and peril. The river moves constantly beneath it all. The Thames is the city's lifeblood, carrying goods and people, building materials and refuse. Upstream, wealthier residents claim the cleaner waters. Downstream, the poor make do with what remains. To the north, the Fleet River still runs navigable in these early centuries. Its docks near what will one day be called Farringdon Street, bustling with smaller craft. Walk these streets and you'll know where you are by trade alone. Bread Street, Milk Street, Threadneedle Street. Each name tells you what's sold, what's made, who gathers here at dawn. On Cheapside, the main commercial artery, merchants call out their wares. At Smithfield, livestock low and stamp in the mud, waiting for sale or slaughter. In the early 12th century, perhaps 18,000 souls live within these walls. The number rises and falls, with famine, with fortune, with the ships that come and go. Then, in 1348, the Black Death arrives. By the time it passes the following year, half the city may be gone. The streets remember, the survivors rebuild. Life expectancy is low, 30 to 35 years at birth. But this grim arithmetic hides a truth. It is the children who die in terrible numbers, survive childhood, and you may yet see many years. Still, disease is never far. Contaminated water, waste thrown into streets or dumped directly into the Thames, sanitation that barely deserves the name. These are the conditions that breed sickness. Again and again, fire is the other great fear. Timber buildings stand pressed against one another, and when flames take hold, they spread fast. Householders are required by law to keep firefighting equipment ready. They do not always comply. In 1212, a great fire tears through the city, and it will not be the last. Yet this is also a place of order, of ambition, of structure. The guilds control the trades, craftsmen and merchants bound together by training, by standards, by power. Each guild maintains its own hall, its own symbols, its own pride. To enter a skilled trade, a boy must apprentice, binding himself to a master for years of labor and learning. The guilds do more than regulate commerce. They shape the city's governance itself, their leaders woven into the fabric of civic authority. In 1191, London wins recognition of its right to self-government. The following year, the city elects its first mayor, the Lord Mayor, the aldermen, the civic officials. These men are merchants, guild leaders, men who understand that autonomy must be defended and privilege must be earned. They grant the crown financial support in times of conflict. In return, monarchs confirm the city's charters, its freedoms, its voice. London plays an active role in national disputes, and civic support can tip the balance in dynastic struggles, even influence royal succession. Look across the city, and you see the monuments of power. Westminster Abbey, where kings have been crowned since 1066, rebuilt with soaring ambition in the 13th century. Old St. Paul's Cathedral, its medieval form completed in the late 1300s, rising above the rooftops. St. Bartholomew's Priory, founded in 1123, its walls sheltering monks and the sick. Southwark Cathedral began as a priory church, serving the communities south of the river. Near the water stands the Tower of London, begun under William the Conqueror. Fortress, prison, treasury, mint, royal residence. It is all of these and more. A reminder that power in medieval London wears many faces. Upriver, Westminster Hall rises from foundations laid in 1097, and the Palace of Westminster serves as the principal royal residence for much of this age. At Guildhall, the centre of civic administration, the city governs itself. Crossing the Thames is no small matter. The stone London Bridge, completed in the late 12th century, is the only permanent span. Houses and shops line its length, and chapels offer places for prayer. Those who cannot pay the tolls or wait the crowds take to the river itself, hiring boatmen to ferry them across. Beyond the familiar lanes, the city reaches outward. The Strand becomes a prestigious address for elites. Around Temple and Fleet Street, legal professionals gather. building a community of law that will endure for centuries. Wool flows out through London's docks, one of England's most valuable exports. The Hanseatic League establishes a stronghold here, the Steelyard, where German merchants conduct their business on the Thames. London is a node in international trade networks, connected to distant markets by ship and road and river. But the city's reach comes at a cost. Overcrowding chokes the central districts, healthcare is limited, often ineffective. Among the poor, mortality is highest. Sumptuary laws attempt to regulate dress by social status, to keep each person visibly in their place. Sanctuary laws allow the desperate to claim temporary refuge in churches, a brief escape from justice or violence. Punishments, when they come, are public and severe. In 1381, the Peasants' Revolt reaches London. Violence erupts. Buildings burn. The civic authorities, those same merchant leaders who govern the guilds and the wards, play their part in suppressing the unrest. Order is restored, but the memory lingers. Still, there is more here than fear and hardship. Guild-sponsored plays and pageants bring colour and spectacle to the streets. Geoffrey Chaucer, a London resident, walks these same lanes, and his words will offer future generations a window into this world. In 1477, William Caxton establishes England's first printing press in the city, and with it, the slow revolution of the written word begins. The medieval period stretches from 1066 to around 1500. Through all those years, London endures. It buries its dead after the Black Death and rebuilds. It survives fires and revolts. It negotiates with kings and asserts its autonomy. It trades with the world and governs itself. The walls stand, the river flows, the city lives.